Amit. Hi
Oh,
guys, how are you, Ryan?
hello. I'm doing awesome. Crazy day today. How's everything with you?
Yes, please, you need to tell us you are in the middle of the storm. So, did you vote?
Of course, yeah. I voted last night, actually. Yeah,
Okay. I don't want to know. It's secret, but yeah. And how's the people? What's everything? Where are you?
I'm over in California.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's California blue or red?
I think they're blue.
Okay. And how do you feel everything like the people in the streets? Today it's like you don't have classes and anything, right? It's
Yeah. Well, the place I voted, they're actually really nice. Everything with what I did, they were great. I didn't really see a lot of the stuff that was going on social media. So I'm sure every voting center is different, but where I went, they were very respectful. They did everything right. So um, yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's like a lot of the stuff that we see on social media. I don't think it's like it's really
yeah.
as we see it. It's a lot
There
of like
are
fake
a
news.
lot of videos outside to see that it's crazy, you know. Even right now, Twitter is crazy. It's just about the elections and vote for this, vote for now. It's so important. Even if they have just one vote more. So even yesterday in the night, they go out to house by house, making the last conferences, the last meetings, because I hear that it's so important to have all the votes. I'm not sure how it works. I know that you don't work like a for majority as in other countries, but it's so important. Like the people goes out, and they start voting, right?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, that's like one of the cool things with the U.S. is that everyone has a chance to vote, but you know, there's pros and cons with that. Like long term, I was watching some of the Elon Musk podcasts they did with Joe Rogan. Actually, like, I think it was released yesterday or 2 days ago. He brought up a lot of really good points with some of the things that they're talking about, but we won't really get into the political side of that.
Yes. Obviously, here we are. I was trying to talk about. I don't know, Ryan. What do you think? I was Eddie also waiting for Eddie to have a little of his knowledge. All that is happening right now, even if it's we are not political or we are not in any side, but anything, all that is going to happen today, it's going to affect the blockchain and the crypto world. So we are focusing because it's the first time that we have a great or big waves in the industry talking about to a mass adoption of crypto for using blockchain to support or engage more technology. And it's the first time, and I was super surprising because these both candidates are talking in a different ways, how to increase like the interaction, or how to increase artificial intelligence and the crypto, right? And at the beginning, it was just Trump who was talking about crypto and artificial intelligence and blockchain. And then Kamala has this appearance, and then Kamala was starting to talk to about these issues. And that's for me, it was super interesting how, in a different ways, the both need to have the same conversation. And even if you are voting blue or red, this discussion is telling us that crypto is here, blockchain is here, and
Mhm.
it's we are just keeping out all the barriers. No, what do you think of this, Ryan? Probably, as I said before, you are in the middle of the storm right now. So, what do you think? What is the people when the, I mean, in your maybe your family, maybe your neighbors, when the people comes and they say, "Oh, Trump is in Nashville," or or Kamala talks for the first time to increase digital assets. What the people talks about it? It cares. It matters for the voting, or it's still just like, oh, it's another proposal from all the proposals that they have. Do this discussion, it's having an impact in the people who lives at least in California?
Yeah, and that's like I'd say that there's I mean, where I live, I live I consider it like probably like a very safe, like wealthier area in California. So I don't really like see some of the things that we're seeing online. So I kind of think sometimes I'm like a bubble compared to a lot of the things that you see out there, which grateful, but also it's kind of don't see some of the things that you see out there. Um, so like in that sense, everything for me is great. Like everyone, they don't care if you're Trump, they don't care if you're Harris. They're everyone's we're just people, right? Like it's I think that's it's like hey, like whatever happens happens, right? Other places though, like if I drive out like 2-3 hours, I've had people literally walk up to me and like guys I've never seen before. They start screaming at you just out of nowhere, just because like you're a certain they think that you're a certain like party or something. So yeah, there's very different areas. I'd say, and California is very diverse and in all that. But for where I am, it's very like well grounded. Everyone's great, and don't really see anything like oh this side or that side. They're just even. So I will say that I do in terms of Trump. I love the pro crypto that he's doing. I think that's going to help out blockchain companies greatly, especially if he's elected. And I think like right now with what we're seeing with the market right now, you see Bitcoin, it's rallying back up above 70. You see the S&P 500, it's breaking back up to that 575. I think that's pricing in a Trump win. And also like you look at Polymarket too, like the blockchain betting platform, they have Trump around, I think like 62%, 62% on that platform. So I think the market's betting pretty aggressively in that direction. And if that happens, then we could see a great rally in crypto. That's not to say if Kamala won, then it doesn't mean that crypto necessarily do very bad. But I think we would probably see like a little bit weaker market temporarily because Trump's policies are a lot better for crypto, whereas Kamala's aren't. It's pretty much the same thing that's been going on the last 4 years. So
Yeah, that's completely true. Hi, Eddie.
hey Eddie.
Are you listening us?
Sorry, I'm on my phone. Can't get on the computer, but I'm here.
Okay, perfect, Eddie. We can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, Eddie. Where are you?
I am Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, so you are also at the middle of the storm. You are.
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
So
Did you vote?
I'm gonna vote once we're done. So
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right now, I think it's a waiting line, right?
that's what it is. Yeah, I went early. There was the line was too big, so I said, you know what? Maybe I'll go during lunchtime when everybody's at lunch. So I'll try
Yes,
to.
yes. And I was asking Ryan. I want to ask the same for you, Eddie. Did you see that this kind of discussion that the people is having around Kamala and Trump and all the proposals that they have around blockchain and technology, and they are impacting in the real life, in the general opinion from the people that is around you. So they discuss. Oh, did you see that Trump is in Nashville right now and Kamala? Because it's different because sometimes it's marketing and they are just putting having the discussion or having the proposals that it's trending right now, but what is the public or what is the opinion of the people and how the impact that they see? So what do you think from this, and if the people around you, do they think it's a real impact for the blockchain or for the changing something from the voting decision?
Yeah, I still think that the average person, um, when it comes to crypto, is kind of in the dark. I think people that know, financing and investing, when it comes to what's happening in the elections now, I think everybody knows, or most people know, that Trump has been more vocal when it comes to crypto. His last, big speech at the event when he mentioned Gary Gensler, got all those tweets, everything on YouTube. So you know the the market is moving as if Trump is gonna win, but you saw the big dump this week. But usually that happens when there's gonna be a big jump right after, which kind of leads
Mhm.
me to kind of think that Trump is going to win if the market is going to move this way. But I guess you just never know with the elections and the way the market moves. But to me, it's kind of trending that way.
Yes, yes, and I think it's different. You don't depend only from the voting, right? You have like a college, electoral
Right.
college. It's the name. Yes, so it's not just about the voting. I am right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
Yes,
yeah, I think when it comes to who's in favor of crypto out of the both candidates right now, it looks like Trump. But like Ryan said, if Kamala wins, you probably won't see that skyrocket in crypto, especially with Bitcoin. It's probably gonna, you know, increase slowly,
yeah.
especially after 2025.
Yes, and I have seen two predictions, even with Trump, obviously, with this discussion, and with Elon Musk also in the field, and he creates like the World Liberty Financial with his family about DeFi, so he's involved with more the blockchain and more yes, more the crypto. But even at that, I have heard that some predictions that if Kamala wins, even though it's not to the moon, but it's going as you say, no, maybe slowly. But there are other predictions that we are going to go in a beer crypto space again. So we have these two predictions. Obviously, I think the same. They are in favor more for Trump for all this politics that he's creating right now in the way that he's entrepreneur. So probably it's most for the company that he has, the World Liberty Financial. It's by the family, so it's controlled by his two sons, I think so. Donald Trump Jr. and the other one. So it's more like a family business, but he's involved of all of this, and he's been part of this discussion. And I think Kamala, he makes a position about it, obviously, because I think the pressure he mentioned in different discussions about the digital assets to increase artificial intelligence, quantum, and I think she's trying to be part of these discussions too, but more general. I don't know Judy or Ryan, but I didn't hear like a proposal, like a Bitcoin reserve. I didn't hear that. Maybe it was not the target that he's looking right now. He talked about to protect consumers and investors. So probably we can find with Kamala more transparent laws, probably in pro of the consumers. And I don't know what do you think? How it's your opinion about Kamala and about these statements about blockchain and crypto, Eddie or Ryan?
Mhm. Um,
Yeah, I think regardless of how much Kamala and Trump know about crypto, I think everything that's been happening in the last year with the courts, with XRP settlement coming up, with BlackRock doing the ETFs with Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think the momentum is too strong to go back a year and a half where
Mhm.
they're trying to stop crypto. I think the momentum is already going to where both candidates have to accept that crypto is here um, with the technology, real world assets. I think you can't stop the momentum. So both candidates have to accept it. It's just how vocal are they during the election and even afterwards, whoever wins, how much are they going to push crypto into our financial markets where everything is changing quickly.
Yes, yes, that's true.
and
That's true.
one thing on that point too, I saw this. I saw a graph the other day. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Historically, over the last, I think 3 or 4 elections, Bitcoin that like after the election, like whatever the dip was, that was the buying opportunity. And Bitcoin historically never retested those prices after the election. So, like if you look at 2016, I think the low was like $730 or something like that after the elections. 2017, you get that huge rip up to 21,000 or so. coming into the 2020 elections. I think, I forget the exact dip. It was like 3,000 or something. Rips up to 60 some thousand. You never see it again. I think that might be the same thing here. Where if it rips, if it dips, whatever we're currently seeing, if we look back 30 days from now, if we see a 75,000, 80,000 Bitcoin, more than likely, probably, who knows, maybe we might revisit it again because the market cap's so high. But just following the data after the election, this is usually like the buying opportunity, regardless who wins. I saw like a Ken Griffin speech yesterday. He was talking about that the market certainty. They really just want to get certainty in the market. They want to know, hey, who's going to be the president? What policies do we have to adjust for our risk? And once they understand the policies, whichever party is going to go, you're going to start to see that money slowly flowing anyway. So regardless who wins, I don't think it's going to, I mean, stronger market with Trump, of course, but even if Kamala gets in, I think we're still going to see 100,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's completely sure. I saw the graphics too, like the pattern. So in each election, from the US election, we have like the similar pattern. And even if I think crypto, it's have different behavior, like the stocks, for example. The stocks have a quickly response, and then Bitcoin, it's just a month later than it starts with the bull run. So I think we need to wait. I'm sure that we are going to have the same pattern. And well, all of us, we are a bull team, right? And we all want to have this. And also to invest more in blockchain projects like PropyKeys, like Propy, because we know and we trust in these projects. We are part of it, and we want to see like these projects are breaking a lot of barriers, taking out a lot of intermediaries, giving us more security, more transparency, more decentralization. So to have this opportunity to be the spotlight and to show the world that this is like the next thing, no, and we have a different way to resolve the things. I think it's the most important thing, even if when it's blue or red, the impact is for everyone. United States is still being one of the powerful countries around the world, so we are around the decisions that United States have, right? So probably you right now, I have here a lot of people who is saying, please, we need to stop this. I'm not sure if they are like tired of all the marketing that they have. I don't know, outside the streets, how is the vibe with all the marketing? If you hear like that, sometimes I imagine like because I saw this on Twitter, right? Like that you go outside and then people is shouting like, "Oh, Kamala, oh, Trump," and that's the vibe that I feel when I hear about the election in the United States. I'm not sure how you are living this right now, but how's the vibe? Or you, Eddie, you are going to vote? Are you ready? You go with your flag?
No, I don't think I'm gonna bring out the flag. But everything is normal here. I went out to get coffee. I know that feeling what you're talking about. But I don't see that. It's just a regular day here. I think people still have that nervousness, but most people have been having that nervousness and that uncertain feeling for a long time now, getting prepared for today. So most people are exhausted, they're tired, they just want this to be over with. And there's a little bit of fear of what's going to happen afterwards. Is tonight going to be the night where we elect a president, or is it tomorrow? Does it go to the courts? So everything I see now is just kind of like everybody's just, doing the normal thing. But I don't know, maybe when I do go up to the polls, maybe I'll see something a little bit like what you're talking about, but hopefully not. So I think in big cities, you'll see a little bit, of a more exciting turnout. I think in the smaller suburbs, it's just kind of business as usual, everyday life. So, but I'll definitely let you guys know how it goes when I vote.
Yes, please. You need to show us
I'll take
your
pictures.
proof
Yeah.
that you vote. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to see like the same for Ryan. Do you have your proof that did you vote? If not, I'm not going to trust you.
Oh, yeah, it's in the car. I left it down there, but yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to present. I have let me show you. This is more or less. Let me know if you can see it.
Mhm.
This is this is the map that we all of us know about the elections, right? I take this data yesterday, so probably today it's not the same. But we have the mid numbers, so it's not the voting at all. We have the colors, but we have the mid numbers, and this is the impact of what we want to show. It's like how is the impact even in the minting activity with related with right now the political field, right?
Mhm.
So we have a lot of even in this case what I see is that it doesn't matter the color we have, like in the both sides. When I was creating this, I say, oh, okay, we have both colors. Even if you can see the blue one, in the blue one we have more mint, like New York City, California. Yes, there are like a blue that is like more light because it's like uncertainty sometimes. But yes, so it's curious how it's the behavior I was trying to show, and it was like the Ryan gave me this idea also to try to show how is our minting activity related with right now what's happening with the field. So what do you think of this map, and what do you think it's the real impact that we are minting more in the blue ones, or what do you think it could probably the what's happening this.
Well, yeah, that's super interesting. I never even noticed that how the blue states have more mints than some of the red. Yeah, so I think that that's interesting, and also looking at that too. California, New York, those are probably two of the most popular cities in the U.S. Outside of like Miami, Texas, and all those places. Because you have New York City, you have the New York Yankees, California, you have Los Angeles, you have the LA Dodgers, which just won the World Series. So there's a lot of there's a lot of like there's big audiences in both of those, and probably a lot of pro crypto. So either way, red or blue, I think that's cool to see. See that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think. No, go ahead.
no, no, sorry. I was thinking also, I'm not sure, I don't have this information, but that maybe we are finding more real estate problems also in this state. So we are having PropyKeys and Propy that it's giving a kind of solution, and people is giving like more, it's looking for this utility and this benefit that is going to have Propy and PropyKeys right now. No, I'm trying to figure out why in these states, but even there are the states that are body blue. So what do you think, Eddie?
Yeah, I mean, like Ryan, I never seen it before, but for New York, so I'm originally from New York, and all my mints, the majority are from New York City. So, but because New York City has so many addresses, I think that's why, at least for New York, you see so many mints there. You could have 100, 200 addresses on one city block. So just by the apartments, the buildings, the penthouses. So I know the majority of my mints are within the city. And I think I probably have about 100 minted addresses for New York City. So I'm because it's blue because of me. So
You are the
so
mayor of.
I'm the major stockholder of mints in New York City. So so yeah, that's pretty cool to see. Yeah.
But the reason that you meant, Eddie, I'm so sorry, Ryan, I interrupt you. But that I was so curious. The reason that you meant in New York City, it's because you looked at there are more addresses, or because you think maybe New York City could be like a could make something with the blockchain first than the other cities.
Yeah, I think when I first started minting with PropyKeys, I looked at minting as um, for the future when it comes to the real owner of that coming to me and getting those benefits. In New York City, the real estate is probably the best in the world. You have Park Avenue, you have Lexington, Avenue, you have apartments that are worth, I mean, just a regular apartment. I mean, you're not gonna get an apartment less than 500,000 in New York City. For a penthouse, could go for 100 million. So, when you look at it at the real estate in New York City, it's exciting. You look at the penthouses, you look at Park Avenue. So that's why I meant it. I'm originally from the city. I didn't grow up with a lot of money with my parents there. So walking by these buildings with doormans, with nice cars in the front, I have a lot of nostalgic feelings about New York City. So just started minting away. And once you start minting, I mean, you guys know, once you start minting addresses, it becomes addictive, and you start,
Yeah.
having a lot, and then you start with one, and by the time you know it, you have 100 minted addresses in New York City. So
You have
Very
all
easy to
New York
collect.
City.
yeah, I live in North Carolina now. I think I only have probably one address in North Carolina. So, somebody beat me to the punch here. So
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, like when you look at high populated real estate areas, New York, California, Florida, just to name a few. I mean, that's there's like a big demand, especially I know New York and some places in California, squatting is a big issue.
yeah,
Whereas someone could just take,
Mhm.
like, they could fake an ID and just take over the property if the real homeowner hasn't been there, I think, for over 30 to 60 days.
yeah,
And in terms of that, I mean, this solves that very quickly. At least it helps support these people in the order of the court, and they'll be protected compared to some other places.
right,
So, there's definitely like in terms of a market, like where's like the fastest market, like I could definitely see like why a lot of people might be minting here, just because of the demand and the problem that is current in some of these places.
right. Yeah, agreed.
What in your plan, in your minting plan activity, what is the next state that you are going to mint, or in your mind, what think it's as you say, what is a great opportunity because of the real estate, because of the problems, because they are big cities too.
Yeah,
What is your next step, Eddie? And Ryan too, because you are both addicted to mint.
yeah. I think for me is I meant now when I see an actual property, either me working or me with the family or my daughter, and I see something I like, I'll mint. So it's if I see something online, oh, look at that cool building, or look at that area, and I'll start looking, I'll do searching, and that's how I'm minting now. So yeah.
Okay, and you, Ryan, which is your next step?
So I personally like to, like, there's a couple of different things. Number one, I like collecting a lot. Like, definitely like a lot of like relatable assets in terms of like the landmarks, things that people know. But the second thing is also just maybe areas that have a big problem, because it's like it's easier to like once you could paint a picture, and once you could like really like give people like the real story behind why this is happening and why it's very important, and people start to connect those dots, like, oh wow, I need this. It just becomes like a no-brainer, like, oh wow, let's get this right now, type of thing. So for me, I also do like to look at certain areas where maybe like certain defraud or certain like areas inside those properties are a little bit higher. So that's another area. And then also just too, like where's like the most crypto friendly areas? Like the third place would just be, hey, like what counties or what cities have the most pro crypto mayors, who has like the pro
Mhm.
crypto Senate, who has a pro crypto Republican, whatever it might be, and trying to build a relationship with some of those people, and seeing, because those people, like, aside from the problems, those people are probably the very first people to go, hey, I'm all in on this too. So it's also just trying to figure out like where are like the regulations, what are the benefits with doing this. Also too, like where are some of the houses getting transacted? You see Coinbase, like we just had an amazing announcement where now Coinbase is under escrow, right? So it was
Yeah.
just huge. So like what houses are using that, and then maybe minting some of the addresses around the neighborhoods with some of these transactions.
Yeah, that's a
Good,
great
good
strategy
idea.
because
Yeah.
you know that it's going to happen. So you are just waiting. You have your that someday the owner is going to claim your address, right? And if you have all New York City, right, you are going to have a good investor, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
If you
yeah,
want something in New York City, you got to come to me, and then
yeah.
you'll get it. So
Exactly. Oh,
There you
that's
go.
yeah, that's brilliant. Yes, yes, and that's something we try to express to the people that all around it. Uh, Ryan wants to share us also that it's we have just in less than the 13th of November we have our landmark AI again. So it's just 24 hours. You can mint and you can receive an awesome NFT that is custom using artificial intelligence, and instead of have like the normal NFT or for the address, you have this awesome NFT that has its own value but also has you register the address and chain, so you can have both. So Ryan is going to share us something about
Yeah.
these landmarks AI. Just if the people who is looking right now, this is one of the ways that you can be part of the project and you can be part of to have more rewards. Probably, I'm not sure, maybe what do you think, guys, to give some free mints? That could be great too. So for the people who is here, I'm going to say hi to Giuseppe Brando, to in pain. Okay, I'm not going to read that. To to Clever, to John, everyone. Hi guys. Hi from Nigeria. That's great. We are so international. So hi guys, and let's. I want to show the your document, Ryan.
Yes. So yeah. By the way, so if anyone has any addresses that you guys are thinking about, or you like us to mint, type it in the chat. And if it's think about maybe something like political, maybe something like related to just the world right now. And if we mint it, we could send it over to you. So
Can you repeat that? And I can write it for you here.
yes.
So if
Yeah, so if you guys have any addresses relating to maybe political addresses, it could be, like we'll go through some examples, but like I'll say like right now I'm looking at like we're going to take a look at political landmarks in the United States. Like for example, we'll take a look at the White House, we'll take a look at the Lincoln Memorial, Pearl Harbor, Independence Hall, and a number of different other landmarks. If you guys think about like any significant addresses that haven't been minted yet, like for example, maybe like the Declaration of Independence address, maybe that's been minted, maybe it hasn't. But like finding small addresses that have been important to history, if we mint it, we can just send it over to you. So just finding like historical addresses related to elections and things like that.
oh, I love it. I love it. I want to share it with you in the chat group. So if you have some suggestions, we can mint it for you and we can send it to direct to your wallet, so you can have your first mint. If you are just watching this for the first time, you can have your first mint for free, and it's just by sponsored by our team. And then I want to add that even if you want to start minting more, I don't know, Eddie, if you know that, but right now we have zero fees with using Coinbase wallet.
oh, nice.
So
All right.
yes, that's awesome. You can mint more than New York City with zero fees. It's up to $10, but you have like a bunch to try to start meeting and to be part of the community too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
that's great.
Yeah, up to $10 per address, which that's a lot
Yes.
of mints with base right now. So,
Yeah.
anyways, so we're going to get into some of these landmarks. So for 11 November 5th political landmarks. Now I tried to grab as many as I could. There's so many. So if there's something that I didn't highlight here, feel free to go on the DApp or feel free to share it, especially if you own one of these or like own one of these political landmarks somewhere. Feel free to tag us on social, hashtag PropyKeys, and let's see some of your election NFTs. That'll be pretty cool to see. We'll retweet it, we'll like it, and we'll share what you've minted. So some of the most significant political landmarks in the United States. Number one is the White House. That's the official residence and workplace of the President of the United States. and it symbolizes the country's executive branch in government. This is one of the White Houses that I was able to see on OpenSea. And you can see, like, you have like the American flag, you have the White House pillars here, you have the white, you have the pink all around. So that looks like pretty cool on that. You have like a little fountain in the middle, which I think is really cool. But yeah, that's the White House. So one of the first landmarks.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
The second one, let's see, what else we have below here. So we have Lincoln Memorial. So this is a monument that honors President Abraham Lincoln, where Martin Luther King delivered his famous "I Have a Dream" speech in 1963. So when we go down here, Lincoln Memorial, this is what the Lincoln Memorial landmark AI came out as. So you could see you have Abraham Lincoln right there. Then we have the pillars going all around like that. And very cool graphics, right? But this is like Abraham Lincoln Memorial NFT that came out of that.
I love it.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, I love the colors.
So Ryan, I don't know if I can't see the list, but I don't know if the National Mall is on there. The National Mall was my first ever landmark mint.
National Mall. No, let's take a look at that. I mean, I like so let's type it in the chat, and then after we go through this, we'll go into that.
Yeah. So the Abraham Lincoln Memorial is in the National Mall. You have a lot of the museums within the National Mall. I think the National Mall, I think, is about 2 miles. So all the July 4 fireworks is in the National Mall. And if I was on a computer, I could share it, but
it's that the name, just like that. I can look for it. National Mall, right?
Yeah, it's in DC.
Okay, I'm going to show it if you want. Wait me a second. It's that one, right?
That's it.
Wow.
Whoa, that's really cool. That's a better landmark than some of the ones I've been showing. Wow. Look at the Bitcoin,
Yeah.
the American. Wow.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, let's share that next. That's so cool. Wow. The Star Spangled Banner, dude, that's awesome. I love the stars. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And can you repeat a little bit about the story of the National Mall?
Yeah.
What are the events around? Yes.
Yeah, so it's about 2 miles long, the National Mall. It goes, I think it goes from the Capitol. You have the Abraham Lincoln Memorial where Ryan shared first. It's in there. And you have a bunch of museums there. And most political events are there. And the July 4 big fireworks event is there. It's captured in a lot of movies as well. From when I remember, one of the movies I remember, In the Line of Fire, was in the National Mall. So it's pretty well known.
Wow.
I love it. I love the big, behind and the stars. I think it's super nationalist right now.
Yeah, and that's my first ever landmark mint. So that was in the top of my list, and I got it. So everything else was taken.
I mean, I think that's even better than some of the ones that we're presenting. That's super, super cool.
Yeah.
And do you want to sell this?
I think I have a couple offers that I didn't know until this morning, but I'm gonna keep this one. This was my first ever landmark mint, so I'm gonna keep this one unless somebody's gonna offer 6 figures, 7 figures, then I'll be open to some negotiation. But I'm gonna keep this one. This is my first ever one, so yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah, you have like a sentimental union with this.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course. So my first ever address was a building that my father worked in. So I'm keeping that. And then this one here. But there's some other ones that I that I really like, but this one here, since it's the first one, I'll keep it. I'll keep on to this one.
Wow.
I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. And guys, if you have this offer for Eddie, maybe he will accept. Maybe, but
I'm
not
I'm open. I'm open, but you got to come with,
to hear.
yeah,
Yes,
right,
You got to
which
come in
one
with at
sharing?
least two or three BTC or more,
right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
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 because
yes.
that Bitcoin logo on the back end, it's like, hey, this is gonna be at least two or three BTC
at least, yeah, at least. So
on the low side.
Thank you, Eddie, to share this with us also.
So since Eddie just shared the National Mall, this is a Washington Monument that you were seeing in the back end on there, like right by like in the back of your landmark. Someone minted this. They have the Doge logo right there, so you have like a little shib. I think that's outstanding. That's so cool.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Washington Monument. You know, and one cool thing with the Washington Monument, this actually opened to the public in October 9th, 1888. So this is a while ago, and it was intended to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States. And it's upon its dedication in 1885, the Washington Monument was the tallest structure in the world in terms of like a monument at the time.
Ryan, a quick question. Do you know if the Shiva dog, just also for the people to know, can you put it using your artificial intelligence? I mean, it's personalized.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you can. So
Yeah.
basically, when you go to mint a landmark, which by the way, our next landmark AI is going to be on November 13th. So in about 7 days from now, 7 or 8 days. But basically, when you mint the landmark, you will be able to. It'll show a bunch of bubbles, and you could click Doge on there, and it'll show the Doge on your landmark if you wanted that. Sometimes, I will say, sometimes depending on the location, sometimes it does come out as a Bitcoin, but for the most part, usually you'll get a Doge.
Oh wow, wow, yeah, because there are a lot of scenarios that we have bulls and moon and the rockets.
A lot of rockets, yeah.
Yeah.
So. So that was the Washington Monument. Some other ones we'll go through. Let's go. We'll take a look at like so. This is like Mount Rushmore, where you have like all like the presidents,
That's a good
where
one.
you have like you can see like the rocks on there. I think that came out really cool. There's George Washington, Jefferson,
Yeah.
Lincoln, I think.
Yep.
Hello, Alan. Alan is here also. It's part
Hey,
of the
Alan.
ambassadors.
Hey,
Hi.
Alan.
Hello, hello. Here's the Pentagon.
Oh,
This is like another big one for the
That's a
United
good one.
States.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that came out pretty good. Yeah, surprisingly, it has like the structure done pretty good, like where you have like all like those things in there.
Yeah.
yes.
Uh, Someone else meant to Independence Hall. This was in Philadelphia,
Mm,
where the Declaration of Independence, I believe, was signed.
Yep.
So that's really cool.
yes.
Yeah. And then this is another one. So
Oh,
sometimes, like like when you were like minting some of these landmarks, sometimes you get a second address with it. Independence Hall. I think there was like two. You have I forget the numbers, but you have one number and then another number. So sometimes when you go into the landmark, you can maybe get another side of something if there's like a two-sided building on it or something. But this is what another one came out as. But for the most part, these are usually 101, sometimes 201. But
Right.
this one came out really cool with Independence Hall.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
have
one.
Bitcoin things.
Yeah,
yes.
you got
And
Bitcoin in
the
the background
flag.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The flag, yeah, the
And
colors. It's great.
yeah, and a lot of details, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
I love
crazy.
this.
Yeah. Statue of Liberty, as we all know, in Liberty Island, Ellis Island, New York. Yeah, that came out incredible. The statue,
Yes.
pretty awesome. You have the Empire State Building. But and speaking of one of the top minted cities or states, here's a big landmark there in New York.
So if you are looking this next 13, we have the next landmark AI, so you can register your address on chain. Um, and have your landmark AI like this one.
Mhm. Yeah, this is pretty sick. I mean, I love the background with the lighting. Oh, do we lose Eddie?
Yes, we will say I think so.
He'll probably be back.
I think so. Yeah, yes, I'm sure. If you are hearing us, we miss you, Eddie.
Yeah. Now this is Pearl Harbor Memorial. This is like another
Oh,
big one, but you could see it's almost kind of like a ground zero. But you have the boats, you have the water, all
yes,
that. And then also another one with Pearl Harbor, where this is you guys see some of the boats. You can see, I think that's a volcano. Um, this one's really cool though. I mean, you can see like the
yes,
wave coming. You see the wave right by the dock.
yes.
That's awesome.
Ryan, I have a question. How you recognize that this NFT has a value in the market? I mean, what's your base? The address, the design? What do you think? It's like the first reason that you say, "Oh, this NFT could have a value in the market."
So one of them is actually, so I'll go on to Google and I'll think about like themes, like what's a very common theme that can relate to people. So it's very important to me, like when I think about real world assets, also combining it with relatable assets. As when you have a real world asset that can relate with someone, that's more than likely going to be, it might not be valuable to most, but it's going to be valuable to a handful of people, especially like the people that are very serious into crypto. They see the long term value, and they could see they have no problem like holding this for years to come because they truly believe in what we're doing. So when we see that, I'd like to think about like, well, what are some really big events? It would be like significant political landmarks. Like for example, today I just go on Google. Hey, what are the most significant political landmarks in the United States? And then you get a list of these, and these are some like I think like the top like one, two, like top seven, I think. And you start going down the list. Okay, we have the White House, and you go through an idea generation phase. The White House, start to research. Well, that's pretty obvious. Everyone knows that it's relatable. It's the president. Lincoln Memorial, it's a part of American history. Everyone knows
Mhm.
Abraham Lincoln. Independence Hall. That's probably something that probably goes over a lot of people's minds because it's like no one really like it's not the first thing that comes to mind at the moment. But Declaration of Independence,
Mhm.
Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island. Yeah, that's very big, especially with the freedom and democracy that represents. Pearl Harbor Memorial. That came up. I didn't even think about Pearl Harbor until I go into the Google research for that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
But that's really big because it's a national memorial honoring many lives, many families, especially if anyone's families were impacted by that. That was that's something that can be valuable to someone. They resonate with that. Maybe like a loved one was involved with that, a grandparent or something, and that could hold some value with that. Mount Rushmore, that's a monumental sculpture of all the faces of the four presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. And that represents the country's founding and growth. So I just like to go down like a lot of like these. I really like to go into like the facts behind things,
Mhm.
and I'll
Oh
just try
yeah.
to think about that. And you build out a list. You only get three mints per month, really, for Landmark AI, so they are pretty rare. And you just write down your three, have your list, and then hope to be able to get three more in the next one.
Yeah, and Ryan, I would say to new mentors who are going to mint for the first time for the landmarks, have a large list
Mhm.
of uh, of landmarks that you want. Have at least 15. One of those that you may put down may be taken already. So just have a long list and just keep going down that list. Just put the address on, and if it's not there, move on to your next landmark on your list, and then go from there. And you'll get one. You'll get one. Just make sure you do your homework. Just like what Brian is doing. Google a list of landmarks, and then list a bunch of landmarks that's also personal to you, that you probably been to with your family when you were younger, ones that you see on TV, and there's tons of landmarks that are still out there. So have a large list.
Yes, a large list is important. And the one thing I'll go further on with the large list is make sure like you prioritize the list with like your top three favorite ones. Get those first
Yep.
because chances are if you have a large list, you're going to probably most of them might be available, but what might not be available are your top ones. So you definitely want to be really picky with what you want, and then slowly go down the list on there.
Yep.
And probably we are going to make a live stream on live, so probably something that we can do, Ryan and Eddie, it's to help people to start meeting and to have this research, right? Because you now dominate the topic, and now and that's why I asked Ryan, what do you see when you try to see, oh, I want to have an NFT to have a value in the market, then, right?
Hmm.
So what are
Yeah.
the things that you are looking for? So probably in the next live stream on live, we can do that with the people to start. Okay, we are going to help you. This is where I am doing my list, all my suggestions for you. I think it could be great. That could be a great idea for all our community.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I think when you're first minting, and like Ryan said, you'll have the icons for like Bitcoin, Proppy, Doge. Have fun with it. Create your own NFT. If you don't, it's just gonna be a picture. It's gonna still gonna be great. It's gonna be an AI picture, but try to personalize it to what you like. If you're big on a certain coin, add that icon, Bitcoin, Proppy, and make it your own. That's what I would say to a new mentor.
Absolutely. That's great.
Yeah.
It really make it.
Yes. Like the Shiva. I mean,
Like the
there's
Shiba, yeah.
someone that say, yeah, I like it. I want to put this, and even it's it's right now it's not just a meme coin. It's a character in the blockchain world,
Mhm.
so that has a lot of meaning for us.
Yes.
So yes, that's completely true. Just to start as something that you said, and I share with these suggestions in our group, it's to start with the personal, right? With the places that that maybe your dad's home, maybe the school that you grow, maybe this address that that are important too. And then you can start something that I love about Ryan too. It's that he starts with the movies that he likes, or he starts with, oh, Walking Dead, I love that, and he has awesome landmarks. So he started with this list, and he is trying to make it funny first for you, because you are the one who is going to have the landmark AI, and then the
Yeah.
people who is going to recognize the same interest as you, they are going to see a value in your NFT, right?
Well, yeah, you
Absolutely.
guys, you gave me some really good ideas with that. Like there's like, so one thing that came up, it's like when you put like a sticker of the Doge icon on there, that resonates a lot with the Doge community. So especially like if you know someone that was involved with the Dogecoin, or they have a dog, or they love dogs, if you put a Doge on your landmark NFT, that could add some just value right there. Because if someone just loves the Dogecoin and they find a lot of value with the location they minted, that could be a reason why someone might want it, right? Or they might want to mint it. So just creating things that relate to people and things like that, that's really important.
Yeah,
Bitcoin
absolutely.
community.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I think Ryan started control. I think we know that certain communities are very large, and the icons that we have for minting Bitcoin, Proppy, Doge, these communities are so large. You talk about thousands and thousands of people in the Twitter communities. So you're gonna have that demand for certain AI mints. So if you add a Doge or Proppy or Bitcoin, you're gonna have those groups of people that are gonna want that certain AI, even if they don't know the location. Just because you add that stamp, they're gonna want it.
Exactly. Yeah, right there. Yeah, if they don't have that stamp, they might not want it.
Right.
It's a big point. Yeah, adds like exclusivity.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I love all your suggestions, because yeah, sometimes like the people is having troubles, or they just meant one, and they don't have ideas. Sometimes they ask for, oh, but where can I do, which address or which location? I have no idea for the landmark, and it's 24 hours, so you're click your head. I think this kind of suggestions, like to make a list, even if you go outside and to say, okay, this is beautiful, this is a museum, maybe
Right.
it will be a landmark, yeah, and make your research on Google. I think it's enormous suggestions for our community.
And
Yeah.
even like if you're stuck on like what to find that's valuable, you know, just be like the fact that you're minting something right now in like the early AI era, and where generative AI is like we're still like in the first 1 or 2 years of it, you're still an early adopter. So even just because you think about CryptoPunks, they're one of the first Ethereum NFTs. They didn't really blow up until 5 years after they were minted,
Hmm.
right? So when you look at these generative NFTs, the generative art, there's so many different generative images out there, but what generative image can you actually personally generate that's on the blockchain, that's in this era right now? That's a relatable asset, like a real world asset like this, that one day
Yeah.
can have that can actually be on the blockchain, transacted on the blockchain, something like that. I mean, if you're really like looking long term, anything that you really touch on our platform could have a lot of value long term with
Yeah.
that, because we're so early. We're so.
Yeah, agree, Ryan. I think if you're going down your list as a new minter, or even somebody who's been minting for a while, have that list, and have the popular landmarks on your list, but also have those landmarks of a park, a hotel that you went with your family. You're not the only one that's been to that hotel, but if it's personal to you, it's personal to somebody else. And
Mhm.
like Ryan said, we're still early in the minting process. Grab those locations if it's available, and then they're going to be in demand later on.
I mean, that's a really good idea too. Like beaches, if anyone like goes on a vacation, like you can see my background now. This is Jekyll Island.
Hmm.
If you're going somewhere, any vacation spot, you'd be surprised, because like let's say for example you're going out to Miami Beach. Miami Beach has so many different smaller beaches. Like you have Dania Beach, you have Hollander Beach, you have Fort Lauderdale Beach, you have Delray Beach, all around that whole strip, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's so many different little things that you can spin off of your vacation idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we are looking like the last mints that we have, and yeah, you just need to have imagination, and then, well, this is from the collection, but there are like normal NFTs right now. You can't make landmarks AI. You need to wait, but look at this. It's beautiful.
Wow,
Yeah.
Yes, and you just need to have.
wow, the
Yes,
sculpture,
it's
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
it's it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
That's one thing I want to personally. I'm trying to figure out what statues aren't like taken, but like there's so many.
Oh,
I've been having trouble trying to get some of those. So those ones are good.
yeah, look at this. Also, we have like here doing it victory, Elvis Presley, Superman.
Oh, there's a Doge one. You can see
Yes,
it just grabs your eye very quickly. See a baseball park. LA
which
Dodger
one?
landmarks are probably going to be big for the World Series.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
he has the boar's head. I'm not sure
What
which
is that?
address. But yeah,
Wow.
Arabic couple, a shoe again. Oh, Mexican border. That's crazy. I didn't hear before, but it's just to match the culture, because what
Hmm.
blockchain has and what crypto has is a culture and a subculture, and it's we are matching this culture that we have, putting in the addresses and using artificial intelligence to create an NFT personalized. That's the difference with our collections, that we are personalizing and we are putting address on chain, right? So we are in the real estate field too, real world assets, being part of one of the greatest environment that is Propy. We are part of the Propy family. On 2 days, just we have a conference in Miami. So if you are there, just go. There are a few spots. So, and we are going to have Francis Suarez there, the mayor of Miami. We are going to have Tim Draper, Greg Cardone, this
Wow.
great,
Wow.
and when I see these people talking with our CO2, with property CEOs, it's because they are looking at us and they are trusting that real world assets and the project that we have is going to grow. So if you are looking at us, I think it's the moment that you need to start or you need to be part of this community. We just break a record, and I want to share with you that Sandy Carter yesterday they sent us a message that we have a lot of domains, and it's we just break the record and we continue to have domains from PropyKeys. So for us, it's something that it's so great to hear from Sandy Carter that we are being part and we are making our own steps in all the in different projects, right? It's not just only in real world assets. We are right now with domains, so it's great to have you. It's great to that you be part of that. You can be part of this community before anyone else, because we are just starting, and this is we are going we hope and we have this mission to revolutionize real estate and real world assets. So if you, I don't know, Eddie, if you are going to go to Miami.
No, unfortunately, I'll be in Puerto Rico at that time. But
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah, I really hate to miss it. But everything you're saying, I mean, I mean, if you could go there, guys, go. It sounds like it's going to be an amazing event.
Yes, yes, yes. And if you have the opportunity, like to make this networking with the people, to talk with this kind of people, and just in one event, it's a few spots. It's not a huge event, and that's the reason, because we wanted to have this close environment with just the CEOs and people who is going to talk about real world assets in the next in the next years. So this is the page. If you are not familiar with it, you can mint here. If you connect your Coinbase wallet, you can mint with zero fees. There is a tutorial. It's so fast. It's so easy to make it. I mean, if you have troubles, please just send us a message. We can help you on Twitter or on Telegram.
Mhm.
And this is our page. We are making some modifications with the dev team. This is the top cities right now: Teaneck, New York, Los
York.
Angeles,
Good.
Bronx, Brooklyn. Yes, yes, yes. You need to be proud of it.
Yeah, and also too, like you can see some of these addresses, they're higher than what we saw before in the graphic.
Yeah.
That's so yeah, that's I think
Yes.
that's just so what you've seen earlier. That was just recently, right? There's a lot more minted addresses that are out there. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
can
great.
see New York just has like 10,000 alone just in this image. So
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's right now. We're going to see if Eddie is still minting. Probably we are going to see an increase in New York.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you'll see that bump in numbers. Yeah, we're definitely gonna miss some after this.
We need to put you and Chris, because I think Chris is the mayor of Teaneck
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
the same live stream. That's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. We should do that. Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, I mean, I would say to those who haven't minted, or who's hesitant to mint, it's not that hard. You can figure it out yourself. But there's tons of tutorials out there. This page on YouTube, where you get that help to mint. It's fast and secure, and once you get that first mint out of the way, you'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's super easy, and then again with zero fees if you are using your Coinbase wallet. I mean, it's a great opportunity that you need to take, because it's limit, so it's not
Absolutely.
going to last forever. So if you are listen us or hearing us, well, you should mint. And yes, you can write. I mean, Eddie, also, if you have your social media and if you want to share it with us in the comments, that would be nice too. Because if you have some doubts, or you say, okay, Eddie, you are an expert minting. How
Mhm.
can I say that? How can I do that? Please feel free and to reach Eddie and to send him a message. Also from the properties team, also for Ryan, we are here to help you. And if
Absolutely.
you have any kind of doubt, yeah, we can help you to make it
Absolutely.
easy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And
Yes.
even if you want to know more about property keys or real world assets, I got some videos out there. I'll drop it in the comments. And it's just good to do your homework a little bit about about the crypto you're investing in, and that will get you started in your journey in minting.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, this has been a great stream. We're at the top of the hour.
Yeah, I love it. I love to be with you guys.
Uh,
I was trying to find if you can share like the official chat from Propy. I have it. I have it. So I'm going to share the link with you in our comments. So if you want to be part of the Telegram group,
Mhm.
also you can be part of it. I share it with you, and you can send us a message on Twitter. Sometimes we don't answer it as fast as we want, but we are there and we are trying to solve all your problems too. So you can just write us there, even suggestions. Oh, we are going to have I'm going to share this with you also. We are going to have like we are building a great game right now, linking like the our purpose to have the home register addresses on chain, and also like the gaming port and real estate. So we are going to launch like a page to elect a mayor for each city. It's going to be so fun, Ryan. Then I'm going to share more with you. We are with the dev team working on that, but it's going to be fun, and we want that you can be part of this. You know that we are building the game together. So then, if you want to vote for your mayor and who says who can represent each city, it will be nice.
Yeah, that's going to be very exciting. You'll be able to vote for your own mayors in certain cities on the map. So stay tuned for that. That'll be very, very cool and very, very fun once we have that out.
Yeah, yeah. I think we lost Eddie, but what do you think, Ryan? That's all for our side.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah,
so great. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Go, Ryan.
yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you all for attending today. This has been a fun stream. I hope everyone found a lot of value or is at least entertained. But yeah, thank you all for attending today.
And vote.
And
and
vote,
vote,
yes,
right? Yeah.
vote.
Go and vote. Eddie is he's going to make a
Go,
video
go right now.
voting. Yeah, yeah. Right now he votes everything. Please, Eddie.
We'll do. Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, to be here. I enjoyed this time.
Too.
Bye,
Later.
guys.
Bye.